guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. Morning's going great. The sun is out. It's going to warm up this freezing cold area of Florida. It is 44 degrees right now. Brr. I know a lot of you have like 19 degrees and like really cold, so I understand. Just for here in Florida, it's a little chilly, but the beautiful thing is that sunshine outside is going to come out and it'll make it a little bit warmer here today. So I had to already go out, drop Brooklyn at work this morning. I'm like, okay, we had like the seat warmers on and the heat going, and I'm like, it's freezing right now. I said, but the good thing is it will get warm today. So I'm like ready back, and we're going to just start our day today. You ready for a good day? I'm ready for an amazing day. We're going to do some baking today, and also I have to do life, which is kids and school, all those wonderful things. I have a list to do, and I was thinking, I'm like, what's dinner going to be? So what I did this month, I'm going to fold this over just a little neater, days and did ideas for days instead of making out a specific menu, which is good. I don't mind doing that. It just takes more time. I've gone through different phases in life. When life is busy, this seemed to work good for me, where basically I do ideas for meals. And so I haven't followed this to a T at all, not at all, but roughly. So today was going to be our Italian or Chinese day for Wednesday, and I was like, do we do spaghetti? Do we do tortellini? What do we do here? So what I'm thinking of doing for dinner tonight is cheesy chicken spaghetti, but not do chicken, do turkey. We took some of our turkey and froze it. So I'm thinking, I don't like turkey. Some kids don't like turkey. I'm thinking in my head that I can transform the turkey to not taste like turkey and make it taste something different, I hope, and put it in cheesy spaghetti. So we haven't made it in a long time, and the only reason I'm doing it is like I needed to get, like, Jensen has the diet cheese, and for Jaden too, and they I couldn't find the good orange cheese like we do have it for the rest of it, like the regular dairy kind. So I just got a case of it on Amazon, so we have a lot of it. And then I also have a lot of cream soups in my freezer to use up, and I'm like, I need to use it up because we haven't made a lot of casseroles or anything lately. So I'm thinking like cheesy turkey spaghetti basically, and take the white meat, chop it up, season it, and saute it so it does not taste like turkey. And then adding like a cream of chicken in there, adding some cheese in there. I'm thinking that's my goal for today for dinner. But we'll also do some baking today. I was thinking to make some bagels because we haven't had any bagels in a while. Do a little bit of desserts too. Just not sure what I'm going to look. We have a whole pantry full of stuff I bought. Lots of ideas, and I just haven't even gotten around to making them yet. So I'm like, let's do that today. We'll have a little bit of a baking morning here. Make the house warm up a little bit because it's chilly and I refuse to turn the heat on. I mean, I will. If it's so freezing, I definitely will. But I'm like, it's I feel like it'll warm up eventually, right? I got my slippers on right here, my ones from Christine. She bought me these in the mountains. I have these, and I have a white pair too that I got, another pair when I moved here, because they're like barefoot slippers. Okay, another Christmas gift idea. Buy yourself these. They're like this. They make you, like, I'm a barefoot person, love bare feet. You know me, I could wear in the mountains. I think I got criticized so much for not having shoes on in my kitchen, and I'm like, who wears shoes in their house? But I realize people do. I'm more like barefoot. That's my life. I really love that we moved to Florida because of the fact that I can wear sandals all the time. Like, I have one pair of closed-toed shoes, and I'm like, I only wear them once in a while, but I still feel like, oh, I shouldn't even be wearing these. And so love the fact of sandals, love bare feet. And so these are great because they're not the heavy slippers. They're like thin. So when you put them on, they're just like almost having bare feet, but your feet get a little bit warmer because it is a little chilly and you don't have to wear socks. So barefoot slippers, if somebody asks, I'll put a link below. They're not that much on Amazon, but I'm very thankful. Christine here, she gave them to me. It's been a couple of years, and then last year I was like, I need to get another pair, so I got like more of a white cream pair as well. But I'm like, these are just comfy and good. So put that on your list, mamas. Give yourself an idea. I know in my head, I'm like going through, I'm like, okay, Greg's like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, ooh, I'm starting to like get and it's like, I'm not more of like, oh, I really want this, but I'm starting to get those ideas rolling of like, ooh, what's something I could use? I'm a more practical kind of person. So I don't mind nicer things too, but practical is always usually my go-to on things. And so I'm like, okay, getting some ideas rolling in the head of what to get, but slippers, put that on your list. So anyways, I'm going to get my recipe book out over here, and we're going to start bagels in our little dough machine. This is a great thing. This is another, hey, gift idea. None of this is sponsored, it's just my own stuff, but this thing is great. If you have like a mixer, mixer with the dough hook, great, I'm sure it works fine. But if you don't, or if yours isn't that strong, This is a great alternative. Bread machine's good too. I don't mind the bread machine. I liked ours for, if you have a smaller family, that probably works great. For us, it was like the bread machine mixed it and made it and baked it right in the pan, which is good. That's fun too. But I'm like, for us, now that I'm enjoying doing baking once again in my life, it's like, it's nicer to be able to do a large amount. So this for me is a really good thing. So, all right, you ready? All right, let's go. Get my water turned on because it takes a few minutes to get it heated up. I'm gonna fill up my bread. Ooh, so sorry. Fill up my bread container here, bread flour container. And this one is on emptiness. A new bag of flour. Easy recipe. We're gonna double ours, so I'm gonna add 2 2/3 cup of water in here. And for yeast, it's gonna be 2 teaspoons for one. I'm gonna do 4 because I'm doing double. And then for your sugar, it is 1.5 tablespoons, so I'll do 3. I like to turn that on for 1 second. Just to mix it. Okay, let that sit for a minute. I'll put this stuff away. Or actually, we might need this today. I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute, just to kind of do its thing. I don't normally, sometimes I mix it, sometimes I get it mixed right away, but I'll let it sit for a second. I'm gonna go to my freezer and get cream of chicken soup out of there, some cheese that's frozen, and I think, is that it? I think that's it. Okay, I think it's good to go. So now I'm gonna add the rest, and it is just the flour. It's gonna be 3.5 cups. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go a whole cup because I'm doing double, so that's 4. 1, 2. I'll do a little, yeah, I'll do 3. Okay, and then salt is just 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So we're doing 3 because we're doing double. I have to fill this up. Okay, perfect. And just put the lid on this and turn it on. This is the beautiful thing. It just does its thing. All right, we're gonna move over here. The dough is mixing. I was thinking, I'm like, what am I gonna make? Something I'm gonna make, I haven't made it in quite some time. It's from my family cookbook, is a honey bun cake. I got this recipe from online, but I also got it from a friend when I lived in the mountains, and they called, I think she called it like a funeral cake, and so I was like, a funeral cake? But it was the funeral cake that you take after a funeral when someone had died, and I'm like, okay, but it's so good. We haven't made it in, it's been a while. I don't know if I've made it even here or not, but it's simple. You make it with a cake mix. Maybe you can make it from scratch, but they did a cake mix. I'm gonna put everything into the mixing bowl here. You're gonna do a box of yellow cake mix, 4 eggs. You're gonna do a cup of sour cream, and then I use 2/3 cup of coconut oil. It's funny, my coconut oil is never, in the mountains, it was solid all the time. Most of the time, here in Florida, it's never solid until right now when it's freezing. I was like, I noticed that when we moved here, I'm like, is my oil bad? It never gets solid. It's in my house, it's just warmer. So this will all go in here, mix this up really well, and then we will get a 9x13 pan, put it in there. It'll be delicious. Okay, so this is mixing really well. Tell me something. I have a question to ask. Now is it too loud? Hopefully not too bad. Okay, I have a Cuisinart mixer. I've had Walmart mixers. I've had Farberware, I think is the brand name. I've never had a KitchenAid. So those of you that have a KitchenAid mixer, when you mix things up, do you still have to go on the very bottom and get the remainder on the bottom? Let me know that, because I wonder, like, you know how it just doesn't go all the way to the bottom. I feel like it should scrape the bowl more than it does. So is that just a cheaper one that only does it? Does the the KitchenAid go all the way to the bottom? I don't know. It was a question. I'm sure if I added just liquid on the bottom, it'd be a little bit different. Mixing it up, I added the powder. Probably adding the wrong ingredients in the wrong order makes it happen. But I was wondering that. I'm like, I wonder if that makes a difference or not. So who knows? This is good, nice and thick. So now what I'm gonna do is, into a mixing bowl, I'm gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar and a little bit, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Just mix it with a fork. You can add pecans into this point. I'm not going to, because I don't have any, I don't think I have any now. I think I have almonds in my freezer, and that's okay. That's quite all right. So just, if you have them, add them. I think my family preferred not to, It'll probably get eaten faster with them not. Then you want to spray your 9x13 pan, put half the batter in the bottom. You're almost tempted, you're like, is that much? It is, because it does get high and rises really high. And then you put this in the middle, and then you're going to put some more of that on top. You have to carefully spread it so that it covers it really well. When you add your spray in here, it wants to stick to the spray, obviously not stick to the pan, which is a good thing. So you just have to carefully spread it out. I probably should get like my little spreader. I might try to see something a little bit lighter here that will maybe do a better job of spreading on here. Just gotta be real careful. And this is where it just takes time, and you just do it, and it's like, okay, it takes time to spread it, but it will be well worth it for the cake. Takes a little bit of time, but once you get it perfect, you are good to go. Just put it in the oven. We're gonna bake it at 350 for about 45 minutes. I was going through, I'm like, what else should I do today? I'm like, my mind goes back to Mama Bell's chocolate chip cookies, and I'm like, let me do something different. I'm doing like an old honey bun cake. I'm like, why don't I do apple dapple cake? This is a recipe, again, from my cookbook. I used to make this like every single time we would bake. We would have a baking day. I just dropped my sticky note. We would have a baking day on, every Wednesday we would do baking in the house when the kids were little. And I used to make this cake all the time. I'd make double, and it just made a big batch, and we'd always take it to the neighbors. And so it's just really, really good. And I have a lot of apples. So I'm just gonna peel and chop up some apples, and then we'll mix everything over here and make it into like a bundt. I haven't used my bundt pan in a long time, so that would be really good to use, and it'll be delicious. Let's just peel up some apples. And I'm gonna do usually I just add everything to the cake. I'm gonna do separate, just in case. So into my mixing bowl, I'm gonna add the dry ingredients, which is 2 3/4 cup of flour, teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of nutmeg. And just mix it up, and then we'll go over here and mix up the wet ingredients. Okay, over here to the mixer. So into here, we're gonna add 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of oil, 2 cups of sugar, and a squirt or a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that up in here really well, and then we'll add our dry ingredients to it. Anyone else like me like to make extra apple? So it's full to the rim with apples. It'll make it very moist as well. So very good. We probably could do a little. I used to have spray, and it was the spray with flour in it. I used that like crazy. I just had a can of it, and I had just a little bit in it. I'm like, oh, I've had this for a while, so I just threw it away because it was like at the very bottom. It's been over a year that we've had it, so I just got rid of that. So I'm like, oh, this, something just fell. So I'm just gonna spray it really well and hope for the best. The bundt cake is always the one where you're like, please, please work out, don't stick to it. We're gonna bake this in the oven as well. Now the beautiful thing about that is it's stuffed full of apples. So even though the dough seems rather thicker, it's good because the apples will soften it. It'll just be a delicious, delicious little apple dapple cake. We'll make a frosting, icing to pour on top. So good. So we just gotta hope it doesn't stick to the pan. That is the hopeful part. So baking wise, I'm like, I'm gonna do my bagels too. We're waiting on those to rise up. They're down here. They're almost, let's see, almost there. I'll probably let them rise up a little bit more. So I'm thinking I'll get started on dinner so that I don't have to do it later. I like to do that earlier. So I'm going to do, it's called Chicken Eddie in my cookbook. I'm deciding. I'm gonna do, basically in the cookbook you add spaghetti noodles, you cook them, and then you add cheddar cheese, like the canned stuff, and you add chopped up chicken, and you add chicken broth, milk, diced tomatoes and green chilies, and then shredded cheese. But we're gonna do ours different because I don't like turkey, and we're gonna try to mask the turkey flavor. So I'm thinking to take the turkey, chop it up really fine. I've got some onions in the freezer, and I'm thinking to cut up some celery to kind of mask it, and garlic, and saute, and add a bunch of spices. I'm even thinking I have the bang bang chicken. Hold on. I have this, which is sweet and spicy seasoning combining garlic, soy sauce, red pepper, and ginger. For some reason, I feel like adding that to it would be good to kind of mask the turkey, and then add your cream of chicken soup and a little bit of the cheddar cheese, and then some shredded cheese, and then bake it. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I'm thinking so. Can we make bang bang chicken, but they do bang bang turkey? Because isn't that a picture of there's a chicken? Would that be a bird or a turkey? I don't know. We're gonna try our best. But I'm thinking that is the route we're gonna take. So we gotta disguise that turkey flavor. So let me get all my stuff out. So I'm just gonna chop up. I'm gonna do the onions already chopped up. I've got garlic in here. I'm gonna chop up some celery, and I have a little bit of yellow pepper. I'm gonna chop it up, and I've got my turkey right here. Small, tiny pieces. I feel like are gonna be the way it's gonna make it not taste like turkey in my head. So we will see. I think here it is. All my dishes are here. So let's chop really tiny, put it in a pan here, and put some oil, saute it over here. It'll be great. I'm gonna go put this in the stove and let this heat up over here. So for this one, you're gonna poke holes in with a fork on your cake, and then you're gonna mix a cup of powdered sugar. So a cup of powdered sugar, a tablespoon of milk, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Mix that, and then you just pour it over top of the warm cake, and then just let it cool. It gets a nice little, the topping almost sticks like it does on a honey bun cake. It's so good. Okay, that's gonna be delicious. When you do the cake, be careful to, what's the word, not get on the sides like I did. Otherwise, it's not gonna look as pretty. But it's good. We'll just let this absorb, soak that in. It's really good. This over here, oh yeah, it tastes good. That bang bang sauce, I knew I got that for a good reason. I didn't know why. I just knew we had it in a restaurant. It's delicious. So I'm thinking that's gonna retake over the turkey, which makes me excited to make turkey again later, where it's not gonna taste like turkey. So let's go over there and mix that up. Okay, so for a person that does not like turkey, this masks the turkey. And is it because of the spiciness? Probably, but not bad at all. So I'm gonna add, these are gonna be frozen salad, cream of chicken soup, I know, mixed with turkey. So I can kind of melt a little bit, and I can add my cheese and stuff, and then I can put it on top of spaghetti noodles. I just have to get those boiling. All right, you non-turkey lovers like myself, I think I can get behind this flavor. It's not like, yeah, I think if you had big chunks of turkey, you're gonna taste it, but with the bang bang sauce, it makes it like really, really good where you don't really notice it's turkey. So I'm thinking to be able to get away with it. So I'm thinking just heavily spice it with a lot of different, do a little spice in there, that'll help. So this is good. I am gonna boil some pasta. I've got angel hair pasta. I will do that. I'm gonna put it into casserole dishes. I'll put some of this in there. I'm gonna do some dairy-free ones and put regular shredded cheese in there, and then we'll cover it and we'll bake it tonight when it gets closer to dinner. And then I think I've got crescent rolls too. I'll probably do some kind of roll, something to go with it, because it'll be delicious. So this is not bad. I think this could disguise the turkey flavor. What if I just put the bang bang sauce all over the turkey when I smoked it next time? There's an idea. Okay, so I've got my pasta over here cooking. I did the angel hair pasta. Jaden came down and tried the bang bang turkey, and she said that was not bad, the sauce, and pretty good. It's a way to disguise the turkey, so I am very, very glad. I just realized I'm trying to make shorts at the same time, because that's how YouTube helps it get in the algorithm. They're not pushing vlogs anymore too much. So I was just filming. I'm like, why is it so fuzzy, Jaden? Is that the light coming in on the camera? And she's like, I think your lens is just dirty, Mom. I'm like, really? And I'm like, oh, it is. And so now it's nice and clear. I had to laugh. I'm like, it's all good. So what I'm gonna do basically is I'm gonna put my mixture into the pans here, put some cheese in there, and then when the spaghetti, it's almost done. I'm not gonna cook it all the way because we're gonna bake it, put on top and just stir up. It'll be delicious. One's gonna be a Daiya brand, Daiya flavored one, Daiya cheese, because the cream of chicken soup is dairy free or lactose free, and the other one will be just regular cheese. Okay, this tastes really, really good, delicious. I had to add a little bit of water so it's nice, and you want it to be able to absorb, because it's gonna absorb when I put it in the oven, some of those noodles. So I'm just gonna cover it with foil and put it in the refrigerator. We'll bake it later today, and then we'll have this for dinner. I'll make some, probably either crescent rolls or get some rolls out of the freezer. I'm not really sure how we'll do it, but I'm thinking good, like winter. Doesn't taste like turkey, so I'm gonna say that's good. Okay, letting that cool before I put it away. Cake is still in the oven. I gotta do my bagels in a minute, but one thing I'm gonna make is some more meatloaf, and the only reason is for me. I like to take meatloaf and make like salad and do like a Big Mac salad with it, or like a wrap with it. So I like to take the hamburger and just be able to cut it and eat it with that. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make this the way that I would like it. So I'm basically gonna put breadcrumbs in it, some eggs. I'm gonna do some hot sauce for my liquid, and a bunch of steak seasoning and garlic powder and onion. Mix it up, put in the pan, and bake it in the oven. I'm thinking, and that way it can cool. No one else likes meatloaf. No one. Greg and I do, but that's it. So I'm thinking I'll have that, because I really enjoy going and getting a hunk of beef out of the refrigerator and eating that on lettuce. I know, it sounds weird, but I really do like that. So I'm thinking, mix, if you like it, make it. So I'm gonna do that right here, and then mix it up and put it in a pan and put it in the oven. Okay, we're gonna watch more videos for school, so I'm gonna work here and I'll watch this at the same time. I'm gonna get my bagels and roll those up, put them on a pan. I've got meatloaf in the oven. The cake is done. I'm gonna let it sit for a few minutes, and then I'll turn it over and hope for the best. And then I've got a pot of water here. I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of sugar in it, put it over here to boil. That's what you dip your bagels into, to let them cook for just like a minute or two. So let's do that while we're watching the video. The moment of truth, my cake is cooled. Let's lift up and hope it doesn't stick. So bad. It's very moist. It's stuck. Yeah, like a lot. Oh my goodness. Look at, oh yeah, that was bad. Bad, bad, bad. So I'm gonna scoop this out and set it on top really carefully. I think it's just because too much apple, but that's okay, it'll taste great. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. The whole entire cake. I'm still distraught over my cake, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna worry about that in a minute. So I gotta get my bagels into the oven. Crack an egg white. Part of my yolk got in here because that's how it's going. So I'm just gonna brush this on top, put a little bit of everything bagel seasoning on one pan, the other one's not, stick in the oven, let them bake. My meatloaf is done, and I'll figure out what to do with the cake. I might do it like a trifle. I don't know, the kids said it tastes good, so I guess we'll just see how it is. Okay, I am back. Was busy doing school with the kids, and that's when my cake top fell off. That's when my bagels were, just had a lot of issues. So now I'm like, what do I do with this cake? What do I do with this cake? Hello? So I'm thinking the only way to save my cake, because it's just, it is what it is. You could make it into a trifle. I don't want to do all that, and I don't know if anybody would eat it. They might. So I'm just gonna take that part off, flip it, and put it in another pan. Basically flip it back, so I can kind of swish it down and then put the frosting on it. I feel like that's gonna be the best way to save it. So probably too much apples, I'm sure that's it is. Usually I do it in a 9x13 pan with a ton of apples. I just haven't made it in so many years, I like forgot. You can't add too much on there. Okay, I'm thinking good enough, and I'm gonna put the icing on it, and then it'll smush it down, and it will taste delicious. It tastes good, it's just not pretty. It's okay, it's what you do. So if you put a ton of apples, put it in a 9x13 so you don't have to worry about it breaking out of there. If you want to do it in the bundt pan, make sure you add the exact number of apples. So this is the icing I'm going to, I have to cook it, I think. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go over here and do that. Bring this to a boil, let it boil for 2 minutes. Took my meatloaf and ate it. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Spicy because of the buffalo sauce. Delicious with the steak seasoning. So I just put them in a container because these are just going to be for me. In the refrigerator, put on salad. So this is good. Let this come to a boil and I add powdered sugar to it and whip it up and pour it on the cake. Okay, so the cake is gonna be good enough. I'm like, you know what, it'll taste good. It just doesn't look that pretty, but if it's underneath there, you'll be good to go. So awesome, done. I'm gonna put this stuff in the refrigerator. It's cooled down till later, heat it up. The bagels came out, those look really good too. Those are delicious. Crispy on the outside, squishy on the inside, very good. Try the recipe. We're doing school, we're gonna do some extra chores. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we just did our extra work. Bagels are in the bag. They look delicious. Already been taken. Went outside in the garage. We did some cleanup out there. Picked up extra stuff in the house. We had to move a bunch of boxes that kids had gotten stuff delivered. I gotta move and store it for a little bit. I'm gonna go take a break. It's my 1:15 of the day. So I'm gonna go take my half hour out in the sun while it's nice and toasty, and then I'll come back in and we'll see what else we do for the day. All right, I got to go sit in my sunshine for about a half hour. So nice. Something about that sun rejuvenating your every day, your whole entire day. So today was one of those days I just went up and edited for a little bit, and it's the day you have to laugh. Did you laugh? Did you laugh with me? Did you laugh when I picked up the cake and went, oh my goodness? Or was it more the foreshadowing when I was like, no, we're just gonna add more apples to this. Let's shove it full of more than the recipe calls for apples. Did you know already, like, that was not gonna work in the bundt pan? As I'm editing, I'm like, oh, I would have totally saw that that would not do well in the pan. So I just had to laugh. I had to laugh. So it's one of those things where over the years, I wanted to open this because it's damp and I don't want it to get wet in there. They're still like cooling off. So anyways, it's one of those things where the cake, I've been making it in a 9x13 pan. I used to make it in the bundt pan, and I followed the recipe perfectly. Then I started adding more apples, which makes it more moist, but you can't put it in the bundt pan because it's too moist. So you put it in a 9 by 13 and then it's good. So what are you gonna do? It's a great cake. It's delicious. Like the kids have dug into it already. They're like, can we have some cake? I'm like, sure, go right ahead. So they had a little piece with lunch today. So it's just been a good day. It's been a great day. Like we've been doing good getting, can I talk with you for a minute? Because the house is quiet. It's quiet right now, which is a rarity, I think, in the house. Let me bring you over here. We've been doing our puzzle right here. We got our day 4 of our puzzle. So it's been just it's been a good week. It's one of those weeks of like quiet week after the holidays. I was thinking in my head, I don't really have a whole lot going on besides the normal like run to work, do school and house. Like I don't have to go shopping. I don't have to do a lot of that stuff. And so it makes me like go, how's my week's gonna go? But like they've gone smoothly. They've gone really smooth. Like I feel like I've gotten up in the morning, made sure to take the time to get my devotions in, and I feel like very content with that. Like I feel very content, like where before I'm like, I gotta get up super early, I gotta start super early, and some days I do, but it's nice when you can sit and like read God's word, be encouraged, journal a little bit, reflect on things, and then go, okay, now let me start my day today. And we've had food, we've had good food this week. The bang bang chicken pasta, I'm gonna call it chicken spaghetti. So good. Like that's a winner right there. And my meatloaf, oh, so good. I love the meatloaf. Nobody else will, but I like it. So that's gonna be my grab and eat with lettuce to have like a Big Mac, basically salad. I just really like that with Thousand Island dressing and cheese. It's just really, really good. So anyways, but the cheesy spaghetti will be good tonight. I'll probably come home. I gotta pick up Brooklyn in a minute and do some rolls in the oven and get a vegetable as a side for it, and then call it good for the day. So I will just, what we're gonna do is get Brooklyn, come back home, and then we're gonna go for a walk around the neighborhood here and take Maxine for a little bit, and then come back and then throw dinner in, and then that'll be it tonight. We gotta run some kids to events tonight, and then it's my Wednesday. It's been a good day. And so we also had, we're gonna do Brooklyn's birthdays this week. We're gonna do it on Friday and have her, like just do our family time together. We're gonna take her out this weekend, but do our family birthday here, but scheduling conflict. Kids in life and all the things you have to do. I'm like, it's not gonna work Friday. Not everybody's gonna be here, so we had to switch it till tomorrow. So that means I'm gonna have to run to the store tomorrow and pick up a few things. So I'm hoping to get up early and she wants strawberry pretzel dessert and start making the base of it, because I'm pretty sure I have pretzels and sugar and butter. I can make the crust, and then I can make the next layer, the cream cheese and Cool Whip. I might even do some tonight. We'll see how that goes. And I might have to get Jell-O. I think I have to buy Jell-O and strawberries, and that'll be the topping for that. And then we'll just have, I got little munchies from the freezer, and we had our freezer, freezer meals, not the freezer meals, the pizza rolls, and that we had our little fun movie night, and then we'll probably put those in, and maybe we'll see what else we have, and we'll have her name picked for the movie night. So I think she is left. We got the last 3. Jaden is in there too, but Jaden is on the I'm a young adult type thing, and she's not really here ever. So it's one of those things that I don't put her in the mix because I just know she won't be here to be able to pick a movie out. So we'll just have to see how things roll. But for the rest of them that are home, we have those 3 to pick. So I think we will do that for her movie night tomorrow, and then that'll be a really good night. So I'll probably in the morning, I'll bring you along in the morning. We'll go get run to Aldi and pick up what we have to get up. Maybe get some flowers for, or see what else they got over there to grab. So it's just been a good day, good day overall. Just enjoying my time at home and with my kiddos. And the day is not done. It's only 3 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna go grab her. We'll come back and we'll go for a walk and get out and get some fresh air. Enjoy the sunshine while we can. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, we went for a walk. You tired, Maxine? She's like, is that it? I'm done? We're done. We're home. It's good. We had a good little walk. It's so nice out. It's gorgeous and beautiful. Makes me like excited to go look at. We got to see during the day the Christmas lights, but it's nice going at nighttime. Put rolls in the pan. Seeing the neighbors' Christmas lights, and so it'll be good tonight. Maybe we'll go for another walk. So all I'm gonna do is take these rolls, put them on a baking sheet here, and cook some for dinner. This is good. We have all these. I'm just gonna throw them in the oven and let it heat up. It'll take just a few minutes, and then I'll show you how awesome the cheesy chicken, I'm gonna call it bang bang turkey spaghetti looks, and I know it looks delicious, so it'll be very, very good. I was outside with Jensen and we're sitting on the swing because it's so beautiful out, and I'm like, I smell my rolls. I smell my rolls. So that's okay. All right, dinner delicious. Winner on the bang bang turkey spaghetti here. So got this. I got a little bit of Big Mac salad rolling on here. That's it for our day. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're gonna finish eating, close for tonight, maybe go for a walk and get outside because it's just beautiful out. So we'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.
Bye.